Hey guys, it's Murtaza at Heartbeat, and today what we're going over is just the events page. So this is, we're going to go over how to create, edit, and then delete events. And so what this is assuming is that you've already gotten the basic integration set up for events. If you haven't, click your face on the bottom left to go to your settings, go to integrations, and make sure you have your Google Calendar connected. And so you have a shared calendar set up that you can actually integrate into Heartbeat, and then make sure that you have your Zoom connected as well. This isn't a requirement, but if you want to do Zoom events, of course, you'll need this integration set up. And if you haven't set up any events before, what I'd recommend is actually going to the creating your first event video, because that's going to walk through the event creation pop-up in a much deeper way. So let's go ahead and create an event. We're going to call this our a weekly get-together. So let me type that in, weekly get-together. And then I'll give it a quick description. So this is a quick chance for us to catch up, talk about what we've been up to over the past week, and just hang out. Cool. So we've got a description set up for this. Let's set this up for Monday. So I'll grab the date picker over here. We'll set it up for 12 p.m. and we'll keep it as an hour. Now I can have this happen in Heartbeat. I can have it spawn off its own unique voice channel. So now it'll pop open a voice channel that says weekly get together about 5 minutes before the event starts up. Or I could say, hey, let's just do it in the water cooler. And then that way, what it's going to do is actually just track the attendance in the water cooler. And when it sends people reminders or notifications, it'll make sure to send all that information to direct them to the water cooler. And now for this, I actually only want to invite a couple people. So I could do my all users, which brings in my whole community. But instead for this one, I'm actually going to say, I just want my administrators here. And I just want people that are in my Cool Kids Only group. So it's only going to be for these two folks. And if you are on either of these groups, then you'll get access to it. If you are not in either of these groups, so if you're not an administrator role or you're not in the Cool Kids Only group, you won't even see this on your calendar, you won't know the event's happening. So we don't display that to people that haven't been invited. I can set it up as a recurring event if I want. So I could say, let's make this weekly every Monday until a certain date. And I could do until September if I wanted to. So I think the default here is 4 months. And then I could also say, let's add in some reminders. So I'm going to do a 15-minute reminder before, and then I want to do another reminder a day before. And I don't need to invite anybody external, so this is good for me. So actually, I'm going to turn off this recurring, set up this event. Now, if you look on my calendar right now, you'll actually see that I don't have any events set up for Monday. The second I go ahead and create this, it will actually go ahead and set that event up for me. So I'm going to go ahead, hit create. Cool, weekly get-together is here. And now if I go to my calendar, boom, this event is already there. It's got the whole, URL for me to actually jump in and join. So we set this up through a Heartbeat link. If I want to change that and I want to edit it and say, you know what, actually I want to make it a Zoom link instead, I can go ahead, hit update, and it's going to go ahead and update the event for me. Sometimes this takes a little bit of time to reflect and update. So if you're not seeing it on your calendar immediately, it might refresh, and then you might be able to do it. So I just hit the refresh button, and now I've got a Zoom link here instead. So easy things like that you'll be able to take care of. So yeah, whenever you need to edit an event, just click on the event, hit these 3 buttons, hit edit, and you'll go into the full edit screen. And for edited events, we usually send the updated invite instantly. So if for some reason you need to edit 10 minutes before the event starts or anything like that, you don't have to worry about there being any kind of lag. It'll send it pretty much immediately for you. Cool. And then last thing over here is if I want to delete events. So remember that I can see events through the monthly view. I can see events through the weekly view. I can see them through the all view. All 3 of these, I'll be able to create, edit, and delete events. So here I'm going to go over here, just click on these 3 buttons, and I can hit the delete button. So let's actually delete this weekly get-together event. I'm going to go ahead and hit delete over here. Cool, this event's been deleted. If I go back to my Google Calendar over here and I just refresh this page, I should see that I don't have any events for this Monday anymore. So automatically that takes care of removing the event, taking it off my calendar. When you create events, it's going to email people with a calendar invite invitation. This is in a .cal format, so that means whether they're using Google Calendar, Outlook Calendar, or Apple Calendar, it'll be able to accept it in any of those formats. So you don't have to worry about, I'm using Google Calendar, but somebody's using something else. All of that is taken care of for you in the way that calendar invites get sent out. The only thing that we do on your end is we make you choose whether you're going to set this up into a shared Google Calendar or a shared Outlook calendar, just because that's where we're going to post most of the events, and we actually use these guys' services to be able to send out the invites for you. Cool. Thanks so much for watching, and let us know if you have any questions.